GJ Math.
The last part of chapter 2 is normally equations with logs. So let's just look at a few. This is really quite easy. Just look at the blue block. I just need to know how to rewrite something in log form. The base stays the base and the other two swap around. So let's do question A. If 3 to the power something gives me a 20, what is that something? So I know 3 to the power 3 is 27 and 3 squared is 9. Something in between 2 and 3 must give me 20. The way I find that is to use log. So I'm going to do a log there. The base was 3, so the base stays the base, and the other two swap around. So the x was connected to the 3. The x is now going to be alone. The 20 was on its own, but that now goes to the 3. And that I just type in my calculator. X is equal to 2.73. There we go. So on your calculator, there are 2 log buttons. Always take the one with 2 blocks connected to it. Question B. So now there's a 4 multiplied by something. I never want more than one base, especially if it doesn't have an x connected to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this 4 to the other side. And I know 24 divided by 4 will just give me a 6. Now I can rewrite that into log form. So I put a log, the base stays the base. So even if it is a fraction, it's fine, it can still be a base. The 6 goes next to the base, and then the x is on its own. And then it tells me the answer is going to be x is equal to minus 3.51. Question C. So now it looks a lot like question A, but it has a minus there. So I'm going to rewrite it into log form. So log 3 minus 25 and x. Now, very important. You will see your calculator is not going to give you an answer. The rule says any of the numbers connected to the log, so the 3 or the 25, none of them are allowed to be a negative value, then it does not work. The reason for that is there's no exponent in the world that's going to make a positive 3 turn into a negative 25. So you would just immediately write no solution. It's not possible, but your calculator will tell you if you forgot that. Okay, question D. Remember your laws of exponents. So if my exponents are the same, I can multiply the bases. So I can do a bracket and I can say 2 times 9 to the power x would be equal to log 18. So that tells me that 18 to the power x is equal to log 18. So I can then change this into a decimal value because there's no variable. So then I can say this is 1.255. And then in the next step, I am just going to rewrite this into log form. So log 18, 1.255 should be equal to x. And therefore, x is equal to 0.078. So I'm just going to round off to 0.08. Okay, so why did I first do the log and then do the log again? Because there was no variable on the right-hand side. I could get that into decimal form, and then I could just type in the calculator. Question E. So now they start me off with a log. To answer this question, I need to rewrite it in exponent form. So very easy. The log goes away, the base stays the base, and the other two swap around. And I know that is just 25. Okay, with F. So now they're trying to trick you. If I don't see the base, remember there's an invisible 10 there. So I'm going to do the same. I'm then just going to take the log away, the base stays the base, and the other two swap around. Now that's going to be a pretty large number. It's 1 with 5 zeros. Then I'm going to take the 3 to the left, and that's equal to x. So 99997 is equal to x. So the base stays the base, and the other two swap around, and then I can do the sum. G, I'm going to do the same. My answer is just not going to be very pretty. So the base stays the base, and the other two swap around. Okay, so something to the power minus 3 needs to give me a 7. So I am going to do reciprocals. So remember with reciprocals, if I just move this a little bit, it means I need to multiply the exponent by a number that will give me a positive 1. So I'm going to multiply this by minus 1 over 3. But if I put something extra into an equation, I need to do it to the other side as well. So that was 7 to the power 1. I'm going to multiply that by negative a third. And my calculator tells me the answer will then be 0.52. So just trust your calculator with that. It's not something you can just do in your head. Too complicated. Okay, then question H. I can then firstly divide by 5. I don't want a log with something in front of it. So I'm then just going to leave the x and the 4 there, but this is going to become 23 over 5. I'm going to rewrite that as x to the power 23 over 5 is equal to 4. So the log goes away, base stays the base, and the others swap around. Now, if I do the reciprocal method, I just need to multiply the other side's exponent with a 5 over 23. So this would then just be 4 to the power 5 over 23. And my calculator tells me that is 1.35. So x is equal to 1.35. Okay, guys, so not very nice sums, but the steps are not too difficult. Good luck with this. This was the end of chapter 2, inverses and functions. I am going to put a video with exam type questions so you can know how they ask it in exams. It's not quite as the textbook, but it's not very difficult. Good luck with this.
If this video helped you, please like and subscribe.
JJ Math.